heroes of Will and Grace taking on Trump supporters, Debra Messing and Eric McCormick, the latest to face fierce backlash after calling for the names of those in Hollywood who will be attending an upcoming Trump fundraiser to be outed. Just the latest example from some on the left trying to intimidate the president's backers, but the two actors being criticized even by their fellow celebrities. The View co-host Whoopi Goldberg had some strong words. Here's Whoopi.
Your idea of who you don't want to work with is your personal business. Do not encourage people to print out lists, because the next list that comes out, your name will be on, and then people will be coming after you. In this country, people can vote for who they want to. That is one of the great rights of this country. You don't have to like it, but we don't go after people because we don't like who they voted for. We don't go after them that way. We can talk about issues and stuff, but we don't print out lists.
Bravo, Whoopi. That's why I've loved her for decades.
Yeah.
Katie, this reminds me of the Castro brothers.
Right.
Joaquin, the congressman, brother of Julian, the presidential candidate, outing all of the Trump supporters in San Antonio. Was this the new tactic?
Well, they weren't just Trump supporters. The ironic thing about them outing Trump supporters in El Paso is that a lot of the people on the list were actually Castro supporters as well, who had given donations to them.
Okay,
They were Democrats.
the whole thing blew up.
You know, they had donated to Republicans and Democrats based on their right to do so, and yet it backfired. So when Debra Messing calls for the list of Trump supporters to be released, she's not doing it for the good of the country or for some good cause. She's doing it so that these people in Hollywood can't work again. There's an underground movement in Hollywood, and it's been there for 30 years, about conservatives who work in Hollywood, who stay quiet, do their jobs. They can't come out publicly and talk about politics, even though you see it at award shows, and the left is allowed to talk about it whenever they want and shove it down your throat. But when it comes to having a different point of view, Hollywood actresses like Debra Messing and people who have a lot more credibility and power than she does in Hollywood think that you should believe in leftism, that you have a monolithic thought process, and if you don't, we're going to harass you, we're going to print your phone number and your address, your family will be harassed, and you will never work a day again. That's why she's doing it, and it's disgraceful. So Whoopi Goldberg stood up for them. Good on her, but releasing lists of names usually goes one way. It's the left calling for it to be released on the right, and you never know. These people may support both parties, and yet you still want to out them as Trump supporters and punish them for their thoughts, the thought police, essentially.
You know, it reminds me of, this is the exact opposite of the McCarthy era. Yeah. In those days, there was the right wing was persecuting the left wing. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah.
It still stinks.
How historically ignorant do you have to be a Hollywood actress and call for someone to be blacklisted?
Really?
I mean, did she not know the history of her own country or industry?
No. She doesn't.
You know, the other thing is, she put out a tweet and says, we need to come together.